Okay, so this is video number 2. Ignore this part. Wait a minute. 1 second. Right. So we went over this part where we made the duplicate special, right? Now we're here over here. So just ignore when I say part 2 and this looks different, right? So this is video part 2. I'm just going to review about the shading, right, panel, and the wireframe unshaded, also known as Alt 5, right? Because sometimes the Alt 5 doesn't work, the hotkey. And if that doesn't work, and if you're still not aware of where to manually turn it on, right, so that's not good. So that's why I want to show where it is. And then after that, I want to show also the display, heads-up display, poly count, right? Which is these guys. And they show your, it's hidden here, but your vertices, edges, faces, triangles, UVs, all important information. How many, right? How many in the scene versus how many individually per item. And it helps you to troubleshoot when you got things missing with your model, which I'll explain. And then after that, talking about renaming things. Okay, so that's the first thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna hide this. Let's go in here. All right, so like I mentioned, the Alt 5 right now it's working, right? Alt and 5. You see this guy light up. So yeah, you could click on that guy, or shading, wireframe unshaded. Oh, also you want to have backface culling on. Again, backface culling. What that means is that, how do I say this? Backface culling. So I'm gonna make a plane, right? You don't have to do this, it's just for demonstration. I have a plane, right? And if I look underneath it, watch what happens. See that? So shading, if I turn it off, watch. See, it blocks my line of sight. Ignore my grid, I hate that. Get out of my way. See? So if I turn on backface culling, boom, you can see through it, which is very, very useful. Can't believe I didn't put that in. I should put that in. Yeah, I'll do that right now. I'm gonna pause the video. Alright, so I just updated the PowerPoint, the PDF, right? So right now I'm looking underneath, okay, where it's blocking my line of sight, because from here, right, remember how I shared, right? Oh, right now it's on, so you know, description before, after, turn it on under shading, that guy right there, and then you can see through it. Yeah, okay. So all right, going back in here. Next step, what we have to do is let's turn on the heads-up display. Oh, let me delete this. Heads-up display. So display. Oof, sorry about that. Oh, heads-up display. Poly count. There we go. So right now, if I click it, right, total is 24 edges, and currently I'm selecting 12 edges out of the 24. And here there's a total of 16 vertices, the dots. Right now I'm currently selecting 8 of the 16 vertices, right? Ignore UVs and, well, faces, there's a total of 10 faces. Right now I've grabbed onto 5 faces. Okay, so just to describe, I don't think I showed that in class, so I might as well show it right now. Describe it. And then from there, Let's rename it. Right side, left side. Always important. Seems like trivial, but trust me, you're gonna want to name things. And what I did was just double click and then give it a little space. And anytime you put a space, Maya will make a underscore for you instead. So right side, left side. Right, left. Okay, next. That was 5 minutes. Next page. I'm gonna talk about the multi-cut tool and its option box. Remember, option box? And once I crack that open, this should be set to 10. It's probably set to 10 by default, but I just wanted to talk about that. And yeah, and when you interactively place it, you have to do Control Shift, and yeah, Control Shift. Oh, I didn't put it down here. Let me put that down. All right, so basically, I put what I'm trying to describe here. So, like I mentioned, you use a multi-cut tool, right, to just interactively place a edge loop, but this edge loop is done with like a snap placement, like snap every 10 percentage points, right? Like 10 as in going across 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, boom, 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 right? And it's an edge loop, right? But you're using the multi-cut tool, which is just to place cut lines. Remember, there is specifically the insert edge loop tool, right? So you could ask, why don't you just use the insert edge loop tool? Isn't it the same thing, right? But the thing is that, the insert edge loop tool, it does not offer a snapping interactive placement. It has interactive placement to make the edge loops, but it doesn't offer a precision-based percentage like snap in place. It doesn't have that, even though it should, because it's an insert edge loop tool, right? So it just doesn't. It's just weird like that. But the multi-cut tool does, which it makes no sense that this should be with this, but it's not. Anyway, the way we use that snapping placement is you hold on the Control and the Shift key for that interactive snapping. Okay, and this is what we're trying to get to. So here, Shift right click for the tool, right? Right now I'm in object mode. Okay, I'm in object mode, but even though I'm in object mode, I have the option for a multi-cut tool. I'm gonna click on the option box right here. This pops up. Oh, look at that. Let me reset. All right, 10. So that's a native default. All right, close it. Here's our tool. Okay. Now remember, you have to get out of the tool after you use it. I'm going to do Control, right, and Shift. So now we got snap, pop, 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 pop. So I'm going to go this one right there, 10%. And I'm going to click. I clicked once, so be careful, don't end up doing a double click. You might get tempted to just click on it by accident. So I just clicked it on it once and I let go. I'm going to turn a bit. I know where's my front. Zoom in a bit. And I'm going to go right here, Control Shift. Right here, there's that other 10. Click once. Let go. Okay. And I'm going to place another one here. Control Shift right here. Turn a bit. Right. Look over a bit. Right here. Control Shift, hold it, snap it. Click once. Boom. And now over here, on the rear, Hold on, Control Shift. So you'll notice right here it's 90%, right? But this is 80%, right? So 90 and 80. So why is it doing this, right? Or why is it naturally like this? I think the reason why is because this length, right, is short, and that's the reason why I think this length. If it was counting from here to here, then it would be the right size. That's what I'm assuming. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go, I don't know, maybe about 80 right there. And then you can always fix it anyway, so I just want to mention that. So I press W to get out of the tool, because I think I put everywhere I do need to. W to get out of the tool. Okay, so spacebar into my front. Okay, spacebar, here's my front. I was here before, I'm gonna go here. Zoom in, zoom out a bit, press 4, and make sure you're out of the cut tool. You see how I don't have a knife, right? You can just press W or right click and object mode, right? Just make sure to get out of the tool. Alt 5, wireframe unshaded. Right, let me just grab these. I'm gonna just lift it up. It's annoying me. So this is what I have. And next video, I think I'm gonna just touch this up. It looks a bit too chunky, so maybe I'll do some of that. Grab that and do some of that, right? But that's for the next video. So this is already what, 12 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna end it right here. And all right, bye.